Hello and welcome to the daily audio experience for the 16th of December 2020. I'm typing this as we go. Sorry about the ringing audio. It's cause of my laptop. I am recording the audio from my laptop today. I am at home today. I'm not outside in it. I don't like speaking in my house, you see, so that's why I'm getting this bot to speak for me. So it'll probably be a poor episode, but for today it's the best I can do. Today I collected some books from the library. They gave me a Stephen King book, a Margaret Drabble book and a Terry Brooks book. Lit. Anyway, I'm going to try to make a song now on a website called Soundtrap. I hope you enjoy listening to me develop it. Lit. Bro. Bruhhhhhh. Bra. Bra. Do you know their way? Okay, let's go. Lit. 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 Lit.
yourself chatting away in a sort of semi-public place and people turning around and going, oh, I know that voice, I know that voice, and thinking of you as Peppa and Mummy Pig?
Not really for me, because for Peppa has to be, she has got to have a 4-year-old's voice. Yeah. So my normal voice.
You're slightly older now.
How old were you when you started?
5. Yes, I've been doing it 10 years.
Because you were the third person to be Peppa,
Yes.
weren't you? So there was Lily, Snowdon 5 first of all, and Cecily Bloom, who was the second person, and you were the third person. So I assume that there is a...
I hope you are enjoying this song.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I hope you are enjoying this song.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
It's not very good so far.
What the fuck is that?
I'm trying my best to. It's hard to make music. But maybe it's a nice beat. Beat. Lit. Lit. Beat. Bosch. Musako. Screw the song. I'm over it. I've got a new idea. I'm going to play you a story I wrote. By the way, not sure if you can hear it, but sorry for my fucking stepdad talking loud on the phone downstairs. All my homies hate him. Okay, here comes my story. Here goes. I glanced down at my wrist to check the time. It was nearly 1 o'clock. It's nearly 1 o'clock, Liz, I mentioned to my wife, who was huddled up in a ball of tears upon our sofa. Her once glistening hair was now greasy and unclean. Her once pristine makeup was now smothered and oily. She was not her normal self today. "This isn't going to work," she replied as her eyes filled with more tears. "Why does my beautiful wife now resent me? Why won't she trust in my plan? I really think it might work," I assured her. "If anyone can help us find Gloria, it's him." 3 nights ago, my wife's puppy, whose name is Gloria, went missing. She's not sure how Gloria managed to escape, but she thinks it might have run off into the forest close by us. It is certainly nowhere to be seen in our house anymore, though. I was the one who purchased this puppy for my wife and named it Gloria. I gave Gloria to my wife in a very romantic gesture on our wedding anniversary 3 months ago. As soon as my wife laid her eyes upon this puppy, she fell in love with it. I can't blame her. I also thought this animal was the most adorable thing I had ever seen. I thought the way that its golden fur glimmered in the light was particularly mesmerizing. Liz never let Gloria out of her sight, and she treated it like it was her baby. She'd always wanted a baby. "I just want Gloria back," she wept. I decided to take this opportunity to try and comfort Liz by joining her on our sofa and wrapping my arm around her shoulder in my most gentle manner. "Not now," she sighed as she pushed away my arm. "I just want to be alone now." She was so upset about her puppy that she wouldn't even allow me to put my arm around her. She's probably stressed about the man that is coming to meet us. He should be here any minute now. Later, our doorbell rang in its series of high-pitched notes. Liz didn't seem to be in a fit state to answer it, so I went for her. I opened our door and was greeted by a gritty-looking man who wore a tank top and a pair of baggy cargo pants. I thought this was quite an unusual-looking outfit. We had been expecting this man to arrive, though. He worked for an independent company that specializes in finding missing people and animals. "Are you guys ready to go?" he chirped. My wife and I had decided that we wanted to tag along with him on his search for Gloria. We figured that if there were 3 of us, our chances of finding Gloria would be higher. "Liz," I called to my wife, "are you ready to start searching with us?" "I'm ready," she replied. Part 2. 5 minutes later, my wife and I were comfortably seated in the back seat of the man's car. "My name is Steve, by the way," the man said to Liz. I already knew his name, though, because I was the one who organized and paid for this search. It was very important to me that my wife could find her puppy. "Mrs. Taylor, are you aware of the method that we will be using to search for Gloria?" Steve questioned. "I think so." She wiped the last of the tears from her eyes. "You use some sort of technology, right?" "That's right. We use PDGS. That stands for Pulse Detection Guns. Very nifty pieces of tech that were invented back in 2026. Quite expensive too. These guns are able to locate heartbeats just by pointing in the direction of one. You can think of them like metal detectors. The good thing is, since there are 3 of us, we can all use one and we'll be much more likely to find Gloria for you," Steve explained. "Oh, that's wonderful," Liz replied. She now seemed in a much better mood than she was before. "Mrs. Taylor," Steve pondered, "where do you think Gloria is most likely to be right now? Is there anywhere in particular she might have gone? Somewhere for us to start the search?" The most likely place that Gloria could have been was definitely the forest. I hoped that Liz would say the forest. "Probably the forest," she said. After a 10-minute drive, all 3 of us were standing on the border of the forest with a pulse detection gun each. These pieces of kit were very large, and we had to wear them on our backs like a rucksack. In our hands we held a monitor that was connected to the machines from our backs via a plastic tube. It reminded me of the Ghostbusters. I didn't think my wife wouldn't appreciate me saying that reference out loud, though. I think she was very much hoping that we would find Gloria alive, and I don't think she would have wanted to hear about ghosts. A puppy's heart rate is much faster than a typical human's," Steve began. "Puppies beat at around 140 BPM, so I've set our devices to only pick up beats in the range of 100,180, so they shouldn't be detecting any human heart rates. These guns have a range of 30 meters, so we can spread out to cover more ground. When these things pick up a heartbeat within the range that I have set them to, they will make a beeping sound. If you hear a beep, that probably means a dog is close by, and it could be Gloria." Once our briefing was complete, we all spread out so that there was roughly 60 meters between us, and we started searching. We had been searching for half an hour in the forest with still no sign of Gloria. My gun beeped once, but it turned out to have just been picking up the heartbeat of a man who was running. However, to my wife's surprise, she did eventually find Gloria. "I can see her," Liz bellowed from across the forest. I ran as fast as I could to get to her and found her standing on one side of a small ravine, and on the other side was a puppy lying down in the grass. Seconds later, Steve ran in and joined us. Part 3. Is that really her? He panted. How can you tell? I was also very surprised that she could tell that the dog was Gloria. There was a considerable distance that separated us from Gloria due to the steep ravine. That's definitely her. I could have recognized Gloria from a mile away. She beamed. With an ecstatic smile on her face, she pointed her pulse detection gun at the dog just to reassure herself that she wasn't imagining things, but to her great disappointment, her gun was not beeping when being aimed at the puppy. Steve and I also tried it with our guns, but no pulse was found. My wife's smile quickly left her face. Why is it not beeping? But that's Gloria. What's happened to her? She sobbed and then did something that surprised me very much. She leaped across the ravine to join the side that her puppy was lying on. Then she ran over to Gloria, and I watched my wife's face as it burst into the most awful display of tears I had ever seen. What has happened to her? She wailed. Something has eaten my poor puppy. My poor baby. She rolled Gloria over so that Steve and I could see that Gloria's stomach and legs had been cut out and there were bite marks on its sides. It was a disturbing sight. Oh dear. A wolf must have got it, I noted. Later that day, once we had returned home, I stood in our doorway with Steve and issued his payment for helping me with my dog searching plot. I could hear my wife crying from inside the house. I feel very guilty, Steve said. I thought you said this would help her. It will, I replied. Ever since I bought her that puppy, it has been a wedge in our relationship. You have helped me give her closure now. Did you really kill her puppy? She loved that puppy more than me. I was angry with it, and then I became interested in how it would taste. Unfortunately, after eating it, she thought it had ran off and she started to resent me even more. Well, now that we have shown her the remains of my feast, she can stop thinking about that goddamn animal. You're a kind of a creep, dude, scoffed Steve as he took my money and left. He probably gave me that insult so that he could feel less guilty about participating in my plot to make Liz believe that a wolf was responsible for Gloria's death. Once Steve had gone, I entered my house and lay with my wife, who was once again crying on our sofa. This time she didn't push me away when I put my arm around her. In fact, she hugged me back. She was showing me affection again. Thank you for helping me find Gloria, she said, even if what we found will haunt me for life. Eaten by wolves, I can't bear to think about it. Liz, I said, do you love me? Of course I do, she replied. An uncontrollable grin climbed across my face. My wife loves me once again now that the puppy is out of the way. In fact, I might eat the other half of it for tea tonight. It was surprisingly tasty. That's the story over now. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like writing stories, but I don't do it as much as I would like to. I hope you couldn't hear my stepdad booming down the phone whilst I told the story. He speaks far too loud. Fucking idiot. Anyway. Not sure what else to talk about. Can you hear that? Fucking stepdad. Hopefully he never sees this. If he does, I was joking. It was just a joke. Nice stepdad. Anyway. Next time I do an episode like this, I'll make it better. I might be doing one like this tomorrow. I'll try to do a proper one though, with me speaking, and all that in it. Friday's episode will definitely be a proper one, so look forward to that. I have some ideas for it, in it. Broove. Anyway. So yeah, tomorrow I will start reading those books that I got from the library. I'll read the Stephen King on first, so yeah. In it. Lit. This site does a whole range of voices.
This site does a whole range of voices.
This site does a whole range of voices.
This site does a whole range of voices. This site does a whole range of voices.
This site does a whole range of voices. This site is a whole range of voices.
Ticit doao les range of voice.
This site does a whole range of voices. And speeds. And speeds. And speeds. And speeds. And speeds. Anyway. Got to go. Thanks for listening. Bye. Thanks. Lit.